Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by ATA 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the important current affairs, but before going to the video, we'll have a small discussion about our 5-stage method of the current affairs discussion. Using this method, you can learn current affairs 10 times effectively. So in these 5 stages, we'll have first stage headlines with blanks. So in headlines with blanks, the purpose to have this is to create a question in your mind. So every headline will provide a blank. So you need to know the answer. So to know the answer, you need to see stage 2, which is detailed analysis. In the detailed analysis, we provide the details of the current affair as well as with static GK points. So this will help you to understand the topic. Then coming to stage 3, one-word key points. To easily remember the current affairs, we use one-word key points so that it will be very flexible and easy to remember for you. Stage 4 will be important MCQs. So based on this video, every day at 7 p.m. in our Telegram channel, we have MCQs. So do watch this video and answer the MCQs at 7 p.m. in our Telegram channel. Finally, the section-wise revision. So every Monday we have section-wise revision. So do follow the section-wise revision. This will enhance your preparation. So this is our 5-stage method, students. Now we will see the stage 1. So before going into the stage 1, please subscribe our channel, like and share our videos. Join the Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. So today's headlines, if you see, so Culture Minister, the Minister of Culture and Tourism, G. Kishan Reddy, he launched what? He launched some podcast. So what is the name of the podcast? So which state has become the first state to achieve ODF and electricity for each household? So they gave ODF, open defecation fee, and they gave electricity to each household. So which state it is? So who was reappointed as the Eicher Motors MD for next 5 years? So which organization and CDAC joined hands for cyber security? So who virtually attended the 6th annual meeting of Board of Governors of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? India and which country have conducted the Maiden Tri-Service Access Konkan Shakti 2021? National Steering Committee was formed for which mission, which program by the government? So who received the Peace Prize of the German Book Trade 2021? And who won the 2021 MotoGP World Championship? It's a bike racing competition. So the book title Kamala Harris, Phenomenal Woman was authored by whom? Indian Army celebrates 75th Infantry Day on which day of October? World Day for Audiovisual Heritage is observed on which day of October? And Vigilance Awareness Week is observed from which day to which day in October? Okay. And India's first radio over internet protocol system was inaugurated at which seaport in India? Finally, which organization is going to build India's largest green hydrogen plant? So these are all the headlines today. Now we will see the detailed analysis. So first is national news. So Union Minister for Culture and Tourism G. Kishan Reddy has launched Amrit Mahotsav podcast. So it is a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations by the ministry. So this Amrit Mahotsav podcast, which is called Zara Yaad Karo Kurbani. So it's a tribute to the Indian National Army, persons and movements both, so who significantly contributed to the Indian freedom struggle. So some are very untold stories. So you need to learn, know about all these stories. So that is why they launched this podcast, to memorize, to remember all these people, to give a tribute to them. Okay, as an ode to the services they made, it's a befitting salute to these heroes by recollecting the stories of courage and valor as a part of commemorating the 75 years of independence. So this is about the podcast. Okay. So next, Goa is the first state to achieve ODF and to provide electricity for all its households in this state. So this ODF protocol, open defecation free protocol, was way back issued in 2016. According to this, a city or ward is notified as ODF city or ODF ward if not a single person is found defecating in the open at any point of the day. So you must not defecate in the open at any point of the day. Then you will be given ODF city or ODF ward. So now Goa becomes the first state to achieve ODF and electricity provided to every household in the state. Okay. So Goa is also first state to provide tap water to every household using this Har Ghar Jal mission launched by the central government. They also achieved 100% free ration to poor and needy and 100% first dose of COVID-19 vaccination. So these are all the achievements of the state of Goa. So please remember, Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant and Goa Governor Sridharan Pillai. Okay, very important. Please remember these points. Now coming into Eicher Motors MD. So Siddharth Lal, has been reappointed as the Eicher Motors MD for next 5 years. So this starts from May 1st, 2021. He'll continue as MD for the next 5 years. And also the board has revised his remuneration structure with a maximum cap of 1.5% of the profits as per section 198 of the Companies Act. Okay, so this proposal for reappointment was cleared with 93% of the total 226 million votes, okay, which were casted in the favor of the resolution. So this is about Eicher Motors MD Siddharth Lal. Okay, so Eicher Motors was established in 1948 and headquartered in New Delhi, and you know they are popular in these truck manufacturing company. Next is a banking news where Union Bank and CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, which is present in Hyderabad. So both of them joined hands for cyber security. So a memorandum of understanding was signed between Union Bank of India and the Center for Development of Advanced Computing to launch first of its kind initiative of cyber security awareness. So using CDAC, Union Bank of India will educate all its employees and customers with awareness on cyber security and tips to protect themselves from cyber frauds. Okay, so bank earlier launched an ebook and an online game, Spin and Learn, as a part of the National Cyber Security Awareness Month, which is held in the month of October. So CDAC Hyderabad, so they will help the bank in conducting online and offline sessions on cyber security awareness, mass campaigns, social media campaigns to educate their staff, to educate their customers, besides preparing an information security material. So these are the things which will happen between Union Bank and CDAC. So Union Bank established 1919, Union Bank headquarters is in Mumbai. Now coming into summits and conferences. So Sita Raman, she virtually attended the 6th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So Union Finance Minister Sitaraman, Nirmala Sitaraman, has attended the Board of Governors meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So the theme for this year is investing today and transforming tomorrow. Please remember the theme, very, very important. So coming into this meeting was jointly organized by Asian Bank and also the United Arab Emirates, the government of United Arab Emirates. So the basic objective of this meeting is to take key decisions on important matters related to the bank and its future vision. So Finance Minister Sitaraman, she expressed her thoughts on the theme COVID-19 crisis and post-COVID support during this Governor Roundtable discussion. Now, what is all about this Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? It's a multinational multilateral development bank with a mission to improve social and economic outputs in Asia and beyond. It is headquartered in Beijing and commenced its operations in 2016 January. So this Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank has various organs. So first and primary organ is the Board of Governors. They consist of one governor and one alternate governor appointed by each member country. India is also the member of this Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and they appointed Sitaraman as their member to the body. So Board of Directors is one more organ where they are responsible for the bank's general operations. Okay, and International Advisory Panel. So this is to support the president and senior management on bank strategies and policies as well as general operational issues. So this is about the various organs in the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Okay. So next is about defense news. India and UK conducted their maiden trilateral tri-service exercise Konkan Shakti 2021. So it is between India and United Kingdom. So the sea phase happened on Konkan coast in Arabian Sea from October 24 to 27. Harbor phase will happen from October 21st to 23. Okay, in the Mumbai. So harbor phase happened in Mumbai in October 21st to 23. Sea phase is now going to happen from October 24 to 27 in the Konkan coast of Arabian Sea. So this is about the exercise. So this exercise is mainly to strengthen the cooperation between two countries, and all the three services, Army, Navy, Air Force, will participate in this exercise. So UK capital London, UK currency pound. Okay. So now coming into committees. So National Steering Committee was appointed for Nipun Bharat Mission. Okay, so government set up National Steering Committee for Nipun Bharat Mission. So why to set up this committee? So this committee is set up to develop a methodology of assessment, to analyze the progress of education, to provide feedback to states and union territories. So to develop the assessment, methodology of assessment to analyze the progress of education and to provide a feedback to the states and union territories. Okay, so what is the abbreviation of NIPUN? So National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. So that is the abbreviation of NIPUN. Nipun Bharat Mission. So the main aim of the Nipun Bharat Mission is goal of universal proficiency in foundational literacy and numeracy for every child by the end of class 3 by 2026-27. So it is basically to provide basics, foundation to every child by class 3 by the end of 2026. So every child in the country must have their basics. That is ABCDs 1, 2, 3. They need to know the basics of every subject. That is Nipun Bharat Mission. Okay. So please try to remember. So for this committee, the chairperson will be Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and vice chairperson will be Ministry of State for Education Annapurna Devi Yadav. Okay. So please remember, very, very important. Now coming into awards, Sitze Dangarimba. So she received the Peace Prize of German Book Trade 2021. So Zimbabwean author and filmmaker Sitze Dangarimba. So she received this German Book Trade 2021 Peace Prize for her book New Enlightenment. So this is a book on violence in her country as well as across the world. So this award was presented by the Bosian D. Deutsche Buchhandel. So it is an organization, it's an association of German book publishers and booksellers. Okay, simply called the German Book Trade. Okay, so they have presented this award. So Dangarimba is the first black woman to win the German Peace Prize, and also recently in 2021 she won the Pen Pinter Prize and Pen International Award for Freedom of Expression. So these are all the other achievements by her in this particular year. So this award, Peace Prize award, consists of 25,000 euros cash money and it is awarded since 1950. Okay, so please remember, Sitze Dangarimba is the winner of Peace Prize for the German Book Trade Award 2021 award. Okay, so next Fabio Quartararo. So he wins the 2021 MotoGP World Championship. So Fabio Quartararo of the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP. He won the title 2021 MotoGP World Championship. Okay, so he won the entire championship. So yearly championship. So Francisco Bagnaia, so he won the second place in this championship and John Mir has won the third place in this championship. Okay, so with this achievement, Fabio becomes the first French rider to clinch this premium class world title and 7th overall in the Grand Prix racing. So this Grand Prix motorcycle racing is a premier class of motorcycle road racing events held on road circuits sanctioned by the Federation International de Motorcycling, that is International Motorcycling Federation. Okay, so like how you have this open wheel cars, Formula 1 racing, you will have bike racing, MotoGP. We are all familiar with MotoGP. We play this mobile and computer game called MotoGP. So this MotoGP will be conducted across various circuits around the world and it will be given a title. So this is about the MotoGP World Championship won by Fabio Quartararo. Okay, so please remember. Now coming into books and authors, Kamala Harris, a phenomenal woman, is authored by Chidanand Rajghatta. So popular writer and journalist Chidanand Rajghatta. So he authored this book Kamala Harris, Phenomenal Woman. So this is the biography of Kamala Harris, the first woman vice president of the United States. Okay, so this book features the incidents of Kamala Harris, who is a woman of mixed race, India and Jamaica, who became the first Indian descent and first woman to become the president of the United States of America. So this book is about Harris. Okay, so please remember. Now coming into days, we have a lot of days today. So Indian Army celebrates 75th Infantry Day on 27th October. Okay, so on this day, why only 27th October? Because on this day, the 1st Battalion of Sikh Regiment, they landed at the Srinagar airport and they showed their extraordinary courage to become the wall to thwart the evil designs of the Pakistan army who have invaded Kashmir with the help of the tribal riders. So in 1947, Pakistan army along with the Kashmiri rebels they invaded Kashmir. They tried to occupy Kashmir. So then our Indian army and Sikh regiment, 1st Battalion of Sikh regiment, they went and they protected the region. So that is why this day is celebrated as the Infantry Day. So this is the remembrance of the first military event of independent India, okay, where we accomplished victory over the first attack on Indian soil by Pakistan army and the Lashkar invaders on October 27, 1947 in the Kashmir Valley. Mainly to grab Pakistan, Kashmir, these people were trying and we protected them. We protected the region. So this year we celebrate the 75th Infantry Day, okay. So infantry is the largest fighting arm of Indian army. It is called the queen of the battle, the backbone of the Indian army. Physical fitness, aggression, discipline are the basic qualities required in these men. Okay, so currently we have modernized them, equipped and trained with them to become the best in the world. This is about infantry. So please remember Infantry Day, 27 October. Next is a World Day for Audiovisual Heritage, observed on 27 October. This day is to honor the audiovisual preservation professionals and institutions that safeguard our heritage for future generations. Okay, so this day is chosen to raise awareness of significance, preservation risk of recorded sound and audiovisual documents. And the theme for this year is our window to the world. Okay, this day is only to preserve the audiovisual documents, to observe, to honor all these things. So theme is our window to the world. Next is Vigilance Awareness Week, to be observed from October 26 to November 1st. So this is organized by the Central Vigilance Commission from October 26 to November 1st. So this day is celebrated, okay, during the week which falls the birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel birthday is on October 31st. So this week is celebrated as the Vigilance Week, and the theme for this year is Independent India at the rate 75, Self-Reliance with Integration. So this is the theme of this year. So this week-long celebration aims to promote integrity, transparency, accountability among public servants, create awareness about existence, causes, gravity of corruption and threat possessed by it to the society as a whole. It is to create awareness about this corruption, okay. So this is about the Vigilance Week. Now let us see about CVC, Central Vigilance Commission, set up in February 1964 on the recommendations of Santanam Committee on Prevention of Corruption. Parliament enacted the CVC Act in 2003 and gave statutory status to this body. So it's an apex vigilance institution, free of control from any executive authority, monitoring all the vigilance activity in the entire India. Okay, so please remember about CVC, very, very important. Now we'll go to miscellaneous news. So India's first radio over internet protocol system was launched in Kolkata. So in the Shyam Prakash Mukherjee port in Kolkata, so first major port to get this radio over internet protocol. So this was inaugurated by Vinit Kumar, the chairman of port. So this SPM Kolkata is having pivotal position in Indian major ports in the past 152 years. So this radio over internet protocol is a long range marine communication solution, especially used during storms and inclement weather, okay, bad weather. So using this protocol, you can communicate with vessels at the sandheads directly from Kolkata using radio, okay. So this solution will cover the entire Hooghly River estuary from Kolkata to sandheads and has base stations at 4 locations: Kolkata, Hooghly Point, Haldia and Sagar Pilot Station. I'll explain you in a map. So this is the Kolkata port, okay, this is the Haldia port. They have 2 docks, one at Kolkata, one at Haldia. This area is called the sandheads, where many of the ships wait for entering into this riverine port. So now using this radio over internet protocol, you can communicate in this entire region, okay. So this is about the radio over internet protocol system, okay. So now coming into this port is the only riverine major port in India, established in 1870 in the city of Kolkata, okay, and the oldest operating port in India, which was constructed by the British East India Company. They have 2 docks, one at Kolkata and one at Haldia. Haldia dock is a deep dock, Kolkata dock is a normal dock, okay. So this is about the Shyam Prasad Mukherjee port in Kolkata. Now coming into the last news for today. So GAIL, Okay, Gas Authority of India Limited, they are trying to build India's largest green hydrogen plant. Okay, to supplement their natural gas business with carbon free fuel. So GAIL chairman and managing director Manoj Jain said that the company is looking to build a 10 megawatt electrolyzer capable of generating 4.5 tons of green hydrogen daily. So they called for a tender, global tender, to purchase this electrolyzer in the next 12 to 14 months. And also it is that size, its size is double the size announced by NTPC. NTPC also announced a green hydrogen project, but GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, their electrolyzer is double the size of NTPC. So GAIL is founded in 1984 and headquarters is in New Delhi. Okay, so these are all the current affairs today. Now quickly we'll see the one word key points. So Culture Minister or Culture Ministry, Ministry of Culture and Tourism has launched Amrit Mahotsav podcast. Goa first state to achieve ODF and electricity for each household. Eicher Motors MD is Siddharth Lal for next 5 years. Union Bank of India and SIDAC have joined hands for cyber security awareness. Nirmala Sitharaman attended 6th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. India UK to conduct tri-service exercise Konkan Shakti 2021. National Steering Committee was appointed for Nipun Bharat Mission Program. So Sitsi Dangarimba was awarded the Peace Prize of the German Book Trade 2021. Fabio Quartararo won the 2021 MotoGP World Championship. Kamala Harris, Phenomenal Woman, is a book authored by Chitanand Rajghatta. So 75th Infantry Day, 27 October, World Day for Audiovisual Heritage, 27 October, Vigilance Awareness Week, October 26 to November 1st, Radio over Internet Protocol System, Kolkata. It is established in Kolkata Port, and GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, to launch India's largest green hydrogen plant. So these are all the important current affairs for today. So please subscribe the channel, join the Telegram channel, and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. Like and share our videos. Answer the MCQs at 7 PM in our Telegram channel. So thank you, students. We'll meet in the next class.